Have you ever stayed awake at 3 in the morning doing mental math about your future? You are staring at the ceiling and wondering if the numbers in your bank account will actually be enough. You are calculating how many years of work you have left, and if your health will hold up that long. If you feel this heavy weight in your chest, I want you to know that you are not alone in this struggle. Millions of hardworking people are asking themselves the exact same questions every single night. The world feels like it is moving faster than we can keep up with. The prices at the grocery store and the cost of healthcare seem to climb higher every week. It is exhausting to feel like you are running a race where the finish line keeps moving further away. Today we are going to pull back the curtain on the real numbers behind wealth building in America. We are going to look at the actual milestones of $100,000, $500,000, and $1 million. But more importantly, we are going to talk about why you might feel behind and why it is not entirely your fault. This is not about flashy cars or early retirement on a private island. This is about the quiet dignity of being able to take care of yourself and your family. This is about the peace of mind that comes from knowing you will not be a burden to your children. Let us start with a hard truth that the media rarely talks about. The Federal Reserve recently reported that the median retirement savings for American households is only $87,000. That means half of the families in this country have even less than that amount tucked away. If you have reaching your 50s and you do not have $1 million yet, you are actually in the majority. The images of young millionaires on social media are often just a loud exception to the rule. Real wealth is usually built slowly through decades of discipline and invisible sacrifices. It is built by people who chose a stable future over a shiny new object today. But understanding these milestones is vital because it gives you back the power of control. Knowledge is the only thing that can quiet the anxiety of the unknown. Let us talk about the first major barrier, which is reaching $100,000 in net worth. The legendary investor Charlie Munger famously said that the first 100,000 is a total nightmare. He was right, because in the beginning, you are doing all of the heavy lifting yourself. It is like trying to start a campfire in the middle of a cold and damp forest. You are rubbing sticks together and blowing on tiny sparks for what feels like hours. Your fingers are tired and you are wondering if the fire will ever actually catch. In this stage, your money is not working for you yet, because the balance is too small to generate momentum. If you have $10,000 and it grows by 7%, you only made $700. That amount is barely enough to cover a single car repair or a high utility bill. You feel like you are pushing a massive boulder up a steep hill completely on your own. Most people give up right here because they do not see the results of their hard work immediately. They see their contributions going in, but the total balance seems to barely move at all. But I want you to imagine that $100,000 mark as the foundation of a house. It is the most expensive and most difficult part of the build, but it is what holds everything else up. Once you reach that six-figure milestone, something invisible begins to shift in the mathematics of your life. The transition from $100,000 to $250,000 often happens much faster. It might have taken you 15 years to save that first $100,000. But it might only take you 5 or 6 years to reach the next big level. This happens because compound interest is finally starting to flex its muscles. Suddenly, your money is contributing almost as much to the growth as your actual paycheck is. This is the moment when you start to realize that the system actually works. You stop checking the market every single day because you trust the long-term trajectory. You begin to feel a quiet confidence that you have not felt in a long time. Now let us look at the $500,000 milestone. Reaching $500,000 is a significant tipping point for any household. At this level, if your portfolio grows by 8% in a good year, you are making $40,000. Think about that for a moment. Your money is earning as much in a year as many people earn working 40 hours a week. You have essentially created a second version of yourself who is working silently in the background. This second, you does not need sleep, and does not take vacations, and does not complain about the boss. The The psychological impact of reaching $500,000 cannot be overstated. This is often the first time in your life where you feel truly wealthy. You realize that even if you stopped adding new money today, your nest egg would likely keep growing. However, we must address a dangerous trap that many people fall into at this stage. It is the difference between being rich on paper and being ready for retirement. Many people look at their net worth and see a large number because their home has gone up in value. But you cannot go to the grocery store and pay with a piece of your kitchen cabinets. You cannot pay your electricity bill with the equity in your backyard. If your wealth is locked inside the walls of your house, it is not helping you pay for your daily life. True financial freedom comes from liquid assets that generate actual cash flow. This means stocks and bonds and retirement accounts that you can actually draw from. According to recent data, net worth for people in their 60s peaks at around $400,000. But a huge portion of that is often tied up in home equity. This is why many retirees feel broke, even though they live in a house worth a lot of money. They have plenty of equity, but they do not have enough income to enjoy their time. They are forced to cut back on travel and hobbies because they are afraid of spending their last dollar. Now, let us talk about the big one, which is the $1 million milestone. For a long time, being a millionaire was the ultimate symbol of success and luxury. In the year 2026, $1 million is no longer about private jets. It has become the new baseline for a secure and stable retirement. If you follow the safe withdrawal rate of 4%, $1 million provides $40,000 a year. When you add that to your Social Security benefits, you might have a total income of $80,000. For a couple with a paid-off mortgage, this is a very comfortable and dignified life. It allows you to travel and see your grandkids and handle unexpected medical costs without panic. The journey from $1 million to $2 million is often the fastest of all. It took forever to get to the first million, but the second one can arrive in less than a decade. This is the power of exponential growth in action. It is like a snowball that started small at the top of a mountain. At first, it was hard to even get it to roll, but now it is a massive force of nature that is picking up speed every second. But what if you are listening to this and you feel like you are nowhere near these numbers? What if you are 55 years old and your account is much smaller than you hoped? I want you to hear this very clearly. It is never too late to take control of your story. You might not have 30 years left to invest, but you have more wisdom now than you ever had. You know how to distinguish between what you want and what you actually need. You have the ability to cut out the waste and focus your resources like a laser beam. Building wealth in your 50s is about strategic moves and avoiding major mistakes. It is about maximizing your catch-up contributions in your retirement accounts. It is about looking at your housing situation and deciding if a smaller home would give you more freedom. It is about realizing that your time is your most valuable asset. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the second best time is right now. Do not let the mistakes of your past steal the potential of your future. The average person retires at age 62 because they feel they have to. But if you can stay in the game just a few years longer, the math changes in your favor. Every year you delay your Social Security benefits, your monthly check grows significantly. Every year you leave your investments to grow, the compounding effect gets stronger. You are not just saving money, you are buying your future independence. You are ensuring that you can make choices based on what you want and not just what you can afford. The road to financial security is not a straight line, and it is rarely easy. There will be market downturns that make your stomach turn. There will be unexpected expenses that feel like they are setting you back. But the people who succeed are the ones who stay consistent when things get boring or scary. They are the ones who understand that wealth is a marathon and not a sprint. They are the ones who value their peace of mind more than they value looking successful to others. Take a deep breath and look at where you are today. With total honesty, do not judge yourself for what you did not do in your 30s or 40s. Focus entirely on the next right move you can make this month. Whether that is adding an extra $100 to your savings or finally opening that investment account, every single dollar is a seed that has the potential to grow into something much larger. You have worked hard your entire life, and you deserve a future that feels safe. You deserve to wake up in the morning without that heavy weight of financial anxiety. The milestones we talked about are just markers on a map. The real goal is the freedom to live your life on your own terms. You have the power to change your trajectory starting today. Stay disciplined and stay patient, and trust the process of time. Your future self will thank you for the courage you are showing right now. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If this information helped clear up the mystery of your financial journey, please consider subscribing. We are here to walk this path together with truth and clarity. Until next time, take care of yourself and keep moving forward.